compound men's quarterfinal matchup number 3.
Das dritte Viertelfinale steht an und hier kommen die Athleten. Bitte schön, Berlin.
Time now for quarterfinal number 3 in the compound men's individual tournament here in Berlin, World Archery Championships. Poland featuring again in a matchup against India.
On target number 1, representing Poland.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 1 für Polen.
Przemyslaw Konecki. On target number 2, representing India.
Auf Scheibe Nummer 2 für Indien.
Ojas Deotale. The line judge for this matchup is
Die Kampfrichterin für dieses Match ist
Katerina Konchalova.
So quarterfinal 3 in the compound men's individual tournament sees the world number 85 at just 21 years old, Przemyslav Konecki, taking on the world number 34, the 21-year-old Indian Ojas Deotale. India riding on a high here. They've claimed their first ever team world title, and now, this morning, the first ever individual world title. Can Deotale follow suit?
Well, you could say the same about the Polish team after winning their world title in the men's team. So it's going to be a battle of high-riding archers.
Nine.
We've seen Pravin Deotale. We've seen him quite a lot already this season in team matches and mixed team matches, and he's been shooting really good this season, but he hasn't really had any individual success just yet. I think the highest position he's been in has been the 5th place at the World Cup stage. So I think he'll be looking to add to the successful year that India has had with their national team.
10.
Can't split them at the moment. In fact, the first 2 arrows from both of them going up and down as we got a little look at Aditi Swami there, the newly crowned compound women's individual champion, world champion I should say, in the crowd supporting Deotale.
Yeah, and she must have given him some inspiration, right? He's watched on. We saw him in the audience as well this morning. He watched on as Aditi Swami made history, probably being the youngest world champion ever.
It's been confirmed.
Yeah, as far as we could find at least. So yeah, he knows that it's possible. He's seen that it's possible. And it always helps seeing a fellow country mate do it.
Success breeds success. And I think that there'll also be no small measure of Swami passing on some detail about the range itself as well.
Probably that too, yeah. But then I wonder if that's really an advantage for Przemyslav Konecki has been on the stage already yesterday.
Yeah, conditions slightly different today, though, aren't they? It's not quite as blustery as it was yesterday. No rain yet.
Yeah, but at least he has gotten over the initial shock of getting onto the finals venue. He kind of knows what it looks like, what it feels like to be on there.
How close the audience are.
Exactly. quickly, so it's gonna feel very similar to what he was feeling yesterday.
Roll into end number 2, all square, and it's Konecki to shoot first.
10.
Still, all of his arrows have hit a little bit left, so if I were his coach, I would have probably told him to move his side a couple clicks over to the left.
10. 10.
What's maybe interesting to note is that out of the 6 archers that we've seen so far for the compound men's Elite 8, only one of those archers has used a hinge release, and the rest has all used trigger releases, be it handheld or wrist strapped. And I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that has to do with the fact that it has been windy this whole week. And with a trigger style release in windy conditions, if you have the mental capability to do so, you can decide when the shot goes off rather than waiting for your release to go off. So I think that might be one of the reasons that we're seeing so many archers using a trigger style release in these final or Elite 8, I should say.
Yep. Very interesting point. First perfect there from either athlete, from Ojas Deotale from Italy, maintains that, or gets that 1 point lead because of the 9 shot by Konecki.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in Berlin, let's make some noise for the one and only Przemyslav Konecki. And how about his Indian opponent, Ojas Deotale?
Der Panzer großartig, unterstützt beide Athleten, das ist ganz klasse. Wir haben mit Przemyslav Konecki, den Polen, hier an der Linie. Er war Dritter nach der Qualifikation.
There's sort of a cool, calm air about the Indian coach from Italy, Sergio Pagni. But it's interesting to see how the athletes react to him. They go dead serious and absolutely fully concentrating on every word he's saying.
Yeah, I think they must recognize how much knowledge and how much experience Sergio Pagni has gathered over the years. At one point, he was the archer with the most appearances on a World Cup out of the whole field, up until he became a coach, and now Martin Damsbo has taken that crown.
Yeah, we'll see Damsbo a little later. Great deal of experience in the Indian camp, though.
Nine. 10.
It's a really tight match, this. It's maybe not the highest scoring match we've seen so far, but you can cut the tension with a knife between these two.
9.
Yeah, there's a chance there as well for Konecki to draw level. Well, the gap widens when potentially Konecki had the opportunity to close it up and perhaps even take the lead.
Yeah, it's really it's a tight match, but you have to favor the Indian at this point for just staying a bit more composed, keeping his arrows a bit closer to the middle. And there's only 2 ends to go, and yeah, he's leading with a quite significant margin for 2 ends, with 2 points difference. I've just gone and quickly looked up how many times Sergio Pagni has actually gone to the World Cup stages, and he has had 55 appearances at World Cup stages. He has also been to 8 World Championships and has also brought home 8 World Championships medals.
Wow.
So I think it makes sense that everybody in the Indian team listens to him and tries to...
Yeah, he's not just some guy.
No, he's definitely not just some guy. Yeah.
Well, clearly there's a big fan base here for archery in Germany. And number 4. Konecki shooting fast.
Yeah, that was a very quick call, but I do agree with him. I think that hit the line. Yeah, like I said before, Deotale just seems like a little more comfortable, a little more consistent in where his arrows are hitting. And yeah, you can almost feel that there's less tension in his shooting than in Konecki's shooting.
Good stuff in the 4th from Konecki. His first perfect of the match. The second for Deotale. So just when Konecki thinks he may well be getting back into the match, shooting a 30 himself, a maximum score in an end. Well, his opponent does the same thing and maintains that 2-point lead. 118 playing 116 here in the compound men's quarterfinal, number 3.
And 2 points with 1 end to go in the compound competition is it's difficult to get back from, especially if you're shooting against somebody like Pravin Deotale, who has, you know, he's never been to a World Championship before, but he has shown this season that he can be a really consistent shooter, and that he, well, typically mostly shoots 10s in a match.
+2 advantage to Ojas Deotale. The only difference now is that there are only 3 arrows left to shoot.
Es sind nur noch 3 Pfeile zu schießen, so ist es. Und es gilt 2 Punkte aufzuholen für Przemyslaw Konecki, wenn er hier das Stechen noch erzwingen will. Oder der Inder geht eine Runde weiter. Wir wünschen beiden alle ins Gold. Das ist euer Applaus nochmal vor der letzten Passe. Auf geht's, Berlin.
Can Konecki keep the Polish dreams alive here? Teammate Przewilski already through in the top half of the draw. But Konecki has to fight back here from 2 points down with just 3 arrows to go. Very difficult, as Chef Vandenberg says. But equally could happen in the single arrow.
9.
Yeah, and I was going to say it's not only in his hands anymore. He needs to shoot some 10s and hope that Deotale misses a couple points, I should maybe say.
10.
Instead, the gap opens by another point.
9.
9.
10.
10.
And again, continues to build.
10.
10.
That's 7.
So finishes with the 138. Sorry, a 144. 138 is the target set by Deotale. He gets it into the 10 to finish with another perfect score. His third of the match. Just dropping 2 points throughout. A 10-point win for Ojas Deotale. Spoiling the Polish party, but they're celebrating on the Indian side of the audience. Fantastic performance from Ojas Deotale to make it through to the men's semi-final.
148 to 144, the official score as Ojas Deotale's 2023 World Championships campaign continues. The road is over for Przemyslaw Konecki, despite finishing third in qualifying. Berlin, how about we bring him down the ramp with a raucous and thunderous round of applause.
Großen Applaus auch nochmal für Przemyslaw Konecki. Dankeschön für das großartige Match. Danke, dass du bei den Weltmeisterschaften 2023 in Berlin dabei gewesen bist. Und jetzt, Marc, wissen wir schon mal, dass wir wenigstens einen Polen auf jeden Fall im Halbfinale haben.
That's right. There could have been potentially 2 Polish archers in the semifinals, and they could have gone on to square off in the final, in fact, but there's only one left in the semis. We'll see him more of him later on this afternoon. But look at the lineup here for our final quarterfinal.